Good evening, everyone. Very good evening. Am I audible to you all? Am I audible? Okay, guys. Everyone, trace the program. What are the programs are been sent to you, taught to you? Everything has been traced neatly. Understood everything? Okay. Any doubts? Anywhere, any doubts? If you have any doubts, you can let me know. Okay, fine. I think everybody has gone through the programs. Okay. Now, today, what we shall do is we have seen how multiply even numbers program concept. Okay. You didn't get that code? Sankit, you didn't get that code? Okay, you know addition of 1 to 10 program, you know, right? Addition of 1 to 10. Okay, I'll explain you. Okay. See, in an array, we'll take some numbers. Okay, we'll take some numbers and suppose if you take 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have 10 numbers. 10 numbers we have. Now, first we shall extract the even numbers. First, we shall extract the even numbers or how to access these numbers. We can access these numbers using index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we can easily access this. So, what is the thing we have done there here is we have gone for a for loop for starting from int I is equal to index 0, I should be less than array dot length. If A is array dot length, less than array dot length, because we have to access every element and I plus plus. Now, we are going for an if condition. If any array of I mod 2 equal to 0, in case we will take one product variable int product is equal to 1. So what we shall do is product is equal to product into array of I. Yes, even numbers. You already know that. Okay, so when the index I is equal to 0, 0 is less than a dot length. A dot length is 10. 0 is less than 10. Yes. Now array of 0 is 1. Array of 0 is 1. Array of 0 is 1 and 1 is not divided by 2 completely. So 1 is not a even number and the condition is false. It will not come inside the loop. Go increment, it will become index 1. Now in index 1 what we have array of 1. In array of 1 we have 2. 2 mod 2 equal to 0. Now condition is true. So product is equal to product correct value is 1. 1 into 2. 1 into 2 is how much? It is 2. 1 into 2 is 2. Okay. Then increment again. So index value will become 2. Index 2 is 3. So array of 2 that is 3. 3 mod 2. No, it is not 0. Completely it is not 0. So in increment it will become 3. So array of 3 is 4. Array of 3 is 4. So 4 mod 2. It is 0. So already product current value of product is, it is 2, and array of I value, that is arrays of 3, array of 3, that is 4. 4 2s are, it is 8. 4 2s are 8. Okay. Now again increment the value of I, it will become 4. Array of 4 is 5. 5 mod 2 completely, do you get a remainder 0? No. Increment again, go for fifth index number 5. Index number 5 is what? 6. 6 mod 2 completely divided by 0. Yes, condition is true. Condition is true. So when 6 mod 2 condition is true, obviously current value of product is how much? 8. 8 into array of I. Okay. So 8 into array of I. Array of I current value is what? Array of I is array of 5. Current value is 6. So 8 into 6. So 8 6 you will get 48. Okay. Next, after that increment again. So 5 will become 6. 5 will become 6. So array of 6. Array of 6 is how much? It is 7. So 7 mod 2 completely not 0. Increment again. Value will become 7. So array of 7 mod 2. Array of 7 is how much? 8. So 8 mod 2 equal to 0. Condition is true. So current value is 48. Okay. So 48 into the value array of 7, that is 8. That is 8. So 45 into 8, you will get around 384. Okay. 45 into 8 you will get around 384. Next, after that increment again. So 7 will become 8. Array of 8 is how much? 9. 9 mod 2, it is not completely divided by 0. So again increment. So value of index will become 9. So it will become 9. Array of 9 is 10. 10 mod 2 completely divided by 0. Yes. So 384 into 10. So it will become 3840. 3840. So after that increment again, 9 will become 10. 10 is less than 10. Condition is false. 10 is less than 10. Condition is false. Condition is false. 10 is less than 10. Condition is false. So we'll exit from the code. So what is the output we got? So print multiply even. Print even number. Okay. Okay. Where we have written the program? Sum multiplication of 1 to 10. Okay, product and sum, let us see. Product, sum you'll get, and product also you'll get. This is sum of 1 to 10. Okay, wait a second. We have to get only even numbers. Here. Let us execute. Size of an array 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are we getting 3840? Yes. So that's all is the program. That is the thing is, we have to patiently, little peacefully, we have to trace the code. Then only you'll get. I don't take new product answer. I took only product of 2 numbers. Okay, no problem. That is what. No, if you trace properly, you'll get it. No problem. Okay, so we shall go into a 2-dimension. Okay, so in the last class and all, in the last previous classes, we have studied about your single dimensional array. Now let us get into towards your multi-dimensional array. Okay, so how do you declare a multi-dimensional array? Okay, how do you declare a multi-dimensional array? Now let us see. Okay, so multi-dimensional array, let us study about multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimension means more than one dimension. Okay, more than one dimension. More than one dimension is called as multi-dimensional array. So here in a multi-dimensional array, okay, first let us see how to declare the multi-dimensional array. How to declare the multi-dimensional array. Now let us see. So how you declare is very simple. If how you're declaring normal variable single dimensional A array, right? This is how you declare. But a multi-dimensional array you have to declare as int A two-dimensional array. This is how you declare. Okay, this is how you declare a two-dimensional array. Okay, like this you can declare, or you can go for like this int array A int array. Like this also you can declare. Okay, or anyhow anyway you can declare, but make sure two array are there. Okay, and like this also you can declare. But the normal thing is we'll go for this one, because after it directly we can get these two things. This is one dimension and this is one dimension. So one array blocks are there. So this is one dimension and this is also one dimension. There is two dimension. More than one dimension is there. Excuse me. More than one dimension is there in an array. So it is called as a multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array. Okay. Next. Okay, next what we shall do is we shall understand how do you instantiate a multi-dimensional array. We have seen how to declare. Declaring is how int a two-dimensional array. This is how we declare. Now how do you instantiate new int two-dimensional array semicolon. This is how you instantiate. This is how you instantiate. Here you will write the number of rows in an array, and here you will write the number of columns in an array. Here you will write the number of rows, and here you will write the number of columns in an array. Okay, here we will write number of rows. In this first dimension we will write number of rows, and in the second dimension we will write number of columns. We will write number of columns in an array. Okay, so now let us combine both declaring and instantiating. So int excuse me, int two dimensional is equal to new int of, here you can go for, okay, we'll go for row 3 and column 4. Okay, so this is how you declare and instantiate a multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array. Okay, so how is it possible? How two dimension is there? How does it look? Very simple. So here if you take it as a address 0x1, in that address we have three more elements. We have three more elements. You can take it as 0x2, 0x3 and 0x4. In every row we have 4 columns. See, this is the number of rows. 4 is the number of columns. Okay, 3 is the number of rows and 4 is the number of columns. So in the row 1, I mean in index number 0, index number 1, index number 2. In row number 0, we have 4 columns. In row number 0, we have 4 columns. In row number 1 also, we have 4 columns. We have 4 columns. In row number 2 also, we have 4 columns. Here also we have 4 columns. So the indexes we can take it as 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 3. Okay. What's happening here? At the index number 0, we have one row. At the row 1, okay, row 0, we have one row. At the row number 1, we have 4 columns. At the row number 2, we have also 4 columns. So how many number of rows are there? Suppose 3 rows are there. Row number 0, row number 1, row number 2. For all those rows, 4 columns should be there. For all those rows, 4 columns should be there, because we have mentioned 4 here. In the column place, we have mentioned 4. Okay. So for every row, you need to have 4 columns. For every row, you need to have 4 columns. 4 columns. Okay. So here, at the index 0, you have all zeros only. Index 1, okay, row 1, All zeros only. Why? Because we have not yet initialized. At the row number 2, we have all zeros only, because if you have not initialized an array object, obviously it will take a default value of the data type. Okay, so this is how your multi-dimensional array is placed. Okay, so if there is 3 rows, index number 0, 1 and 2, so these are the 3 rows. So this variable a is pointing towards these 3 rows. And 0th row is pointing towards 4 columns. Row 1 is pointing towards 4 columns. Row 2 is pointing towards 4 columns. Okay, and every column element is 0 because we have not yet initialized. We have just instantiated. We have not yet initialized. So that is why here you'll get all zeros. This is our multi-dimensional arrays. Now, how do you access it? How do you initialize? So array of 2 dimensions we have to go for. Array of 2 dimension. In a row number 0, in a column number 2. In row number 0, column number 2. Row number 0 is who? This. Column number 2 is this. Row number 0, column number 2. Row number 0 and column number 2. So row number 0 and column number 2 is equal to 4, semicolon. So array of row 0, column number 2. Row 0, column number 2, here instead of 0. Okay, one second. Okay, instead of 0, we shall go for 4. Why? Because we have initialized. Just because we have initialized that, the value there will change. Okay, next, array of 1 and row 1 and column 0 is equal to 6. Row 1 and column 0. So row 1 is this, column 0 is this. Row 1, column 0. Row 1 and column 0. Okay, now we shall initialize with some values. So row 1, column 0. Row 1, column 0. So here, okay, here we shall take it as 6. Why? Because we have initialized. Row 1, column 0 is 6. Row 1, column 0 is 6. Okay, next, we shall go for array of 2 and 3 is equal to 5. Okay, so row number 2, column number 3. Array of row number 2, column number 3. Row number 2 and column number 3, you shall go for 5. Row number 2 and column number 3, you shall go for 5. Row number 2 and column number 3. Row number 2 and column number 3 is 5. Like this, you can initialize all the elements by accessing them. Okay, you can initialize all the elements by accessing them. Okay, next, here we shall go for the elements. Now see, it will be in a matrix format. It will be in a matrix format of 3 into 4 matrix. So how do you get it? 0 0 4 0 6 0 0 0 0 0 0 5. So this is how you will get the 2-dimensional array. Okay, so I hope you guys get it. Did you guys understand how to create a 2-dimensional array? You guys understood how to create a 2-dimensional array? Okay, that's good. Please explain again. Not understood. Okay, see here, 2 dimension means more than one dimension will be there. Two dimension means more than one dimension will be there. So earlier it was only one dimension. Now one more is added. So one dimension gives rows. One dimension is for rows and one dimension is for columns. One dimension is for rows and one dimension is for columns. Okay. Now, if you are having 3 rows and 4 columns, 3 rows and 4 columns, 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay, this is how we will write it. In the row number 0, see, A is also an object, array object. It has an address 0x1 and it's pointing towards the remaining 3 objects. So 0x2 is the 0th index, 0x3 is index number 1, 0x4 is index number 2. So in the index 0, we have 4 columns. Element number 1, element number 2, element number 3. So totally we have 3 elements. In an array, if you take 3, obviously it is 0, 1, 2. Okay. So we have 0th index. Okay, 0th row, first row, second row. In the 0th row, you have 4 elements starting from 0 to 3. In row number 1 also, you have 4 elements starting from 0 to 3. In row number 2 also, you have 4 elements starting from 0 to 3. So if you want to initialize them, you can go for array of, because A is pointing towards this, no, you can go for array of index number 0, that is row number 0, column number 2. Row number 0, column number 2 equals to 4. Row number 0, column number 2 is equal to 4. Next, row number 1, column number 0 is equal to 6. Row number 1, column number 0 equals to 6. Next, row number 2, column number 3, row number 2, column number 3 is equal to 5. Okay, so if you bring down it to a matrix format, okay, this is extra matrix output. Okay, so it will become 0 0 4 0 6 0 0 0 0 5. Okay, so we have brought it down to this format. Okay, this is how it will be visible. 3 into 4, it is in the form of 3 into 4 matrix. 3 into 4 matrix. Okay, yes, Himanshu got it. Okay, what is this? Can we create a identity matrix? 1 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, like how identity matrix means, like 1 2 3 4 5. Next. Okay, we shall do it, but your counselor is here. We shall resume back after the requirement announcement. Okay. Yes, Pushpa, you can carry on.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, guys. This is Pushpa from announcement team. Guys, is my voice is audible to everyone? Okay, guys. Today I'm here to announce the requirements. Before that, guys, there is a small update regarding QTalk app. Guys, to log in QTalk app, you have to use same credential when you are using to log in the class. Okay, guys, I'm sharing my screen now. Guys, I hope screen is visible to everyone. Guys, this is testing requirement. Please take a snap of this slide. Guys, for the first requirement, there is a separate link. I'm already shared this link in broadcast. Guys, for the first requirement, you have to register yourself through this link. Guys, I hope it's done. I am moving with the other requirement. Guys, this is generic requirement. Please take a snap of this slide. Guys, for the first requirement, there is a separate link. I'm already shared this link in broadcast. Guys, for the first requirement, you have to register yourself through this link. For the second requirement, you have to share your details to the HR in QTalk app. Guys, I hope it's done. I am moving with the other requirements. Guys, so this is experience requirement. Please take a snap of this slide. Guys, for this requirement, you have to share your updated resume to the above mentioned number. and as well as you have to register through this link. I'm already shared this link in broadcast. Guys, I hope it's done. I am moving with the other requirement. Guys, this is development requirement. Please take a snap of this slide. Guys, for the second requirement, only male candidate are eligible. Guys, so within half an hour, you have to register. Guys, once the class is done, go through the requirements. If you are eligible for any of the requirements, please share your details to the HR in QTalk app, your name, contact number, and company code. These details has to be shared. They will be guiding you for registration. And guys, these are all requirements also posted in QTalk app. Go through the same and contact your HR for further clarification. Okay. Guys, I hope it's done. I stop sharing my screen now. Guys, if you have any queries, please let me know. Okay, guys. So these are updates for today class. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we shall resume back. What is this? Ma'am, program for single dimension. Which one, Prati? We have done programs, no? Few programs we have done yesterday. Yesterday, before that, we have done single dimensional programs only. What is this? Okay, 4 into 4 matrix. Okay, identity matrix. Okay. Okay, I will tell you the logic. Try to do. Okay. So the logic is very simple. Okay. So 4 into 4 matrix. 4 into 4, right? 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay, let me take a table. Okay. So if you see the table accordingly to that only, you can easily, you can only do it. Okay, try it. So 4 into 4. 4 into 4. Now, this is row, this is column. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. And listen to the cell numbers 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2. Oh, wait a second. That is 2, 0. 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Next 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, and 3, 3. So identity matrix means how? Identity matrix means here the matrix should be first 0, 0 is 1. 1, 1 is 1. 2, 2 is 1. 3, 3 is 1. Remaining all zeros. Remaining all are zeros. Now, can you find any change in here? Can you find the change? Can you get the logic here? The logic. What is the logic here? When we should go for 1? When we should go for 1? You actually got it. Right? No, that is not the logic. See here. Listen to this. When the row and column values are same, can you see? When row and column values are same, listen carefully. When row value and column values are same, you got 1. Now implement this logic and come. Okay, that is a homework for today. Identity matrix, implement the logic and come. When row number and column numbers are same. See, we will do other programs now. After that, you will get an idea how to do it. Okay, repeat again. See, when the value of row and the value of column, that index of row and index of column is same, means we will tell that as an identity matrix. That means you need to have one same number throughout the diagonal matrix. Okay, throughout the one part of diagonal matrix you need to have all ones here. So the logic is row and column values should be same. When row and column value is same, you can tell I mean, you can initialize it to 1. You can see by default everything is 0. By default, if you're taking it, everything is 0. But what you're doing here, instead of 0, you're initializing with 1. Instead of 0, you're reinitializing with 1. That's it. Okay. Yes, Preeti, got it? Preeti, did you get it? Okay. So here, let us see how to create a two-dimensional array. Okay. See, we are not doing directly this program because we have not even typed anything regarding two-dimensional array in your Eclipse. Okay, first let us see how two-dimensional is created, then we shall go. And this is your today's homework programs. Okay, this is your today's homework program. Okay, to create an array whatever the size is. If it is 2 into 2 or 3 into 2, yes, Ankit, this is right. And the condition should be the row value and column value should be same. Okay, row value and column value should be same. Use nested loops, use whatever you want. Okay, but row and column value should be same, and that time you reinitialize, I mean you initialize that value to 1, initialize that cell value to 1. Okay, so now what we shall do is, let us understand how to create a two-dimensional array. Okay, this is the first way now we are learning. Okay, today we learn the first way of multi-dimensional array. First way of how to create a multi-dimensional array. Okay, now where are we? Array programs. Okay, next. Next, so we shall name it as two-dimensional array 1. Two-dimensional array, or just tell two-dimensional array. So two-dimensional array we are about to create now. Okay, two-dimensional array. Let us take a main method. Okay, so after getting into the main method, next shall go for two-dimensional array. Int a, two dimension is equal to new int of, in one dimension we will write 3 and another dimension we will write 4. So for 3 rows 4 columns should be there. Okay, next we shall go for a outer for loop. See, you know how a nested for loop works. You already know how a nested for loop works. For every value of outer loop, inner loop will execute completely. For every value of outer loop, inner loop will execute completely. Inner loop will execute fully. Okay, now what we shall do, we shall go for a for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length, and I plus plus. Next, we shall go for inner loop. Int for loop for int j is equal to 0, and j should be less than array of I dot length, and j plus plus. Okay, I think you didn't get it. See, for every, see, this is a outer loop. Outer loop means number of rows. There are 3 rows. In every row, it's if the row number is 0 here, it will be array of 0 dot length. Array of 0 dot length. Okay, it is how means. One second. Okay, so here, if you see here, This is a row number 0. Row number 0. But if you are accessing every element, you have to take the length of that row. If you are accessing every element, you have to take the length. Okay. So here you will have for the row number is 0 only, but what is the length? Length is array of 0 dot length. Array of 0 dot length. Array of 0 dot length, you'll get 4. Array of 1 dot length, you'll get 4. Array of 2 dot length. So in the row number 2, how many elements are there? There are 4. Next, array of 3 dot length. Obviously, you'll get 4 because in every row you have 4 elements. In every row you have 4 elements. Here also, if you are going for 3 and 4, so in every row, so 0, 1, 2. So you'll have all the elements 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, in each row, you have 4 columns. So array of row 0 is array of row 0 dot length. Array of row 0 dot length, obviously it's 4. Array of row 1 dot length, it is 4. Array of row 2 dot length, it is 4. So all 4, 4, 4. So when you're using array of 0 dot length in a inner for loop, that means we are accessing every value of the column. Okay, every column value we are accessing. The same row, every column value in the index number 0, outer value is 0, array of 0, inner value, so every value we are accessing. Okay, so this is how we will be doing it. And now what we shall do is we'll go for printing all the values. So array of I, array of j. Okay, array of I, j. Okay, and let us create little space between them. Okay, so now, so after printing space, every time it iterates the inner loop fully, it should go out of the line. Okay, now let us execute and you will see a 3 into 4 matrix. Okay, so we have given println in here. Okay. Okay, can you see a 3 into 4 matrix? 3 rows, 4 columns. 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay, so in the row number 0, we have 4 elements. So J should execute until it is less than 4. In the row number 1, J less than equals to array of 1 dot length. Array of 1 means obviously it is having the length 4. Array of 2 also, okay, array of 2 dot length means also it is 4. Length means 4. We have to go till index number 3. Okay, so this is how you will access every value. Okay, every cell, this is how you will access. See, you are printing array of I, j. So when it is 0, when the outer value is 0, inner value will become 0, 1, 2, 3. When outer value is 1, inner value will become 0, 1, 2, 3. When outer value is 2, inner value will become 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so like this we will go for creating a two-dimensional array. Yes, everybody understood this? How to create a two-dimensional array? Everybody got it? Yes, not understood, Preeti. Understood everyone? Okay. Okay, so let me explain you here. Okay, let me create a matrix. Zero, 1, 2. This is your rows. Column is 0, 1, 2, 3. So here cell numbers are 0, comma 0, 0, comma 1, 0, comma 2, 0, comma 3, 1, comma 0, 1, comma 1, 1, comma 2, 1, comma 3, and 2, comma 0, 2, comma 1, 2, comma 2, and 2, comma 3. 2, comma 3. Okay. Next. Here, by default, when we have created a two-dimensional array, by default, when we create a two-dimensional array, everything will be 0 by default because the data type is int. Okay, the array object type is int. Okay, you can take any data type, but we have taken int as of now. Now, in the outer for loop, for starting from int I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length and I plus plus. And inner for loop for int j is equal to 0, j less than a of I dot length, and I plus plus. And here we shall write system dot out dot print array of I, array of j. Okay, and we'll go for one println. So listen carefully. So when array of I, so in index is 0, when the index outer loop, that is the row number is 0, when the row number is 0, okay, column number will be j less than array of 0 dot length. So the array of 0 dot length, what is the length of the index 0? 0th row length is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the total length of the 0th index is 4. Total length of the 0th index is 4. So here you will get it as j less than 4. When I is equal to 0, j is less than 4. Okay. So here starting from 0, 0. So j I is also 0, j is also 0. So 0, 0, it will become array of 0, 0. It will become 0. Next, increment the value of I. So j will become 1. So array of 0, 1, obviously default value is 0 only. So I'll get 0. Next, increment the value I, j will become 2. So array of 0, 2 is 0 only. So I'll get 0 here. Next, array of increment the value. So 2 will become 3. Array of 0, 3 is also 0 only because we are not at initialized. By default, it will be 0. This is for what first iteration. Again, if you increment, it will become 4. 4 is less than 4, condition is false. So we'll exit the for loop, we'll go to next line and control comes to index number 1. So I will be now increased to 1. 1 less than 3. Length, total length is 3. Okay, first with 0 we have gone for, and 1 less than 3. Now starting from here, j is equal to 0, j is less than array of 1 dot length. Array of 1 dot length. So array of 1 dot length. Array of 1 dot length means it is 4. Array of 1 dot length. Length is how much here? What is the length of the row? That is 4. That is 4. Okay. So array of 1 dot length is 4. So j should be less than 4. Condition is true. When j is 0, array of 0, 0. When j is 0, when I is 1, and j is 0. So yeah, I will become here 1. No. So 1, 0. So 1, 0, you will get a 0. See the indexes here. You see the cell numbers 1, 0, you will get 0. Next, increase the value. So this will become 1. So next 1, 1, it will become 0. Next, increment the value. J will become 2. So 1, 2. 1, 2 you will get 0. Next, increment the value. 1 will become, 2 will become 3. So 1, 3. So 1, 3 you will get 0. Like this, you will extend till all these things. So here also you will get 0. And this is how, using a nested loops, we can go for a two-dimensional array. We can create a two-dimensional array. Okay. The length I is 3 and the length j is 4. Yes. Length for I is 3 and length for j is 4. Yes. Understood. Okay. Ma'am, can you take one example program on string instead of int in the last few minutes? String. Okay, two-dimensional array, we usually go for a matrix. See, we use two dimension. See, we use two dimension for matrix programs. We use two dimension for matrix programs. Okay, we don't use this for strings. We use it only for primitive data types. Okay, we use it only for primitive data types. We don't use this two-dimensional for strings, because string means it's a group of characters, right? String is a group of characters, so we don't use two dimension for string here. So in a programming session you might come across, but usually nobody will ask this. Use the two dimension for string. Nobody will ask, because they know string, if you want to access, it's a group of. Yes, what is this? How to find values in two dimensional array. How to find values? Values. Like this. You have to go for printing both array of I and j. Array of I and j you have to print. If you print array of I and j means you'll get first cell. Okay, so depending on what is the value of I and j, you'll get the value. Depending on I and j, you'll get the value. So float we can use. Floating value, I think we can use. Yeah, we can use floating. We can use double. We can use even char. Okay, you can use short. You can use byte also. Okay, you can use whatever comes to numbers. No, you can use it. Single dimensional you can use. I mean multi-dimensional also you can use. So usually it is used as a int. In int format only we use most of the time. So we have taken as int. So what is this? Array of 1 comma 3. Array of 1 and 3. Obviously 1 and 3. If the length will be increased to, it was 2 earlier. Now it become 3 because j will be increased. So 1 comma 3. Array of 1 comma 3, obviously it is 0. Array of 1 comma 3. 1 means outer value, that is row, and 3 means column number. Row 1, column 3. Still you have doubt, Preeti? Example is array of 1 comma 3, 4. We can find. We can find if the element is there or not. Okay, in the row number 1, in the column number 3, if you're for, yeah, you can find out. You can take a condition in if block. Okay, so that array of 1, and you need that example. Okay, we will do it. We'll do it. So what you want, you have to try it. So example, in array of 1 and 3 equals to 4, how can we find? So you're asking, what you're asking is in that row 1, in column number 3, if 4 is there or not, right? You're asking if 4 is there or not, you want to see. See, simple logic, you try it. It returns -1. No, here it will not return. Here it will not return. If it is, we have to write that logic by our own. Some things are already inbuilt and some things we have to write. So here what you do is, okay, you try this logic. If you didn't get, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, so the logic is, go for if block. In the if block, okay, if array of I and j is equal to 4. Okay, if array of I and j is equal to 4. Okay, so if this condition is true, okay, if this condition is true, then you can tell 4 is present in this one. Okay, you can take array of ij. Yeah, you can take in a row number 1 and column number 3. Okay, so yes, so array of 1 and array of column 3 equals to 4. You can go for different conditions. So you can take a for loop, nested for loop. You can take a nested for loop. Okay, and you can check where you will get 4. Okay, there is so many ways you can go for. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, you can go for a nested for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length. Okay, and I plus plus. Okay, next inner for loop for int j is equal to 0, j less than array of I dot length, and j plus plus. Here you have to put one condition that array of I and array of j, if it is equal to 4, okay, you can go for return. Return array of I and array of j. Guys, 1 second, just a minute. Excuse me. My cat is making some sounds. Excuse me. Okay, so yes, we are here. See, if the element is found, you can return wherever you are getting. First time, wherever you are getting, starting from 0 to till the length. Okay, you already know how this works, nested loop. So array of I and j, if it is 4, if it is equal to 4, then you can return the 4 if the 4 is found. If 4 is not found, at the end you can return -1. You can return -1, indicating that the element is not found. Yes, Preeti, got the logic? Preeti, understood? Okay, so it's very simple. If you guys work little on the concept now, you will get it. Okay. Okay, so this is one way of printing your multi-dimensional array. This is one way of printing multi-dimensional array. There is one more way of printing. Okay, there is one more way of printing, that is using your for each loop. Okay, using your for each loop. So let us go for a design here, because for each will be doing. Okay, now, so what we'll be doing is very easily you can go for using for each. For int t array colon a, okay, and for int n colon t, and you will be printing all the values of n. Okay, you'll be printing all the values of n, and after that you'll go for one println statement every time to go out of the line. Okay, see, this and this both are same. This and this both are same. Okay, so here what we are doing here is we are taking completely 2 dimension. We are accessing 1 dimension at a time. In that 1 dimension we are accessing every element. We are taking 2 dimensions. In that, every time the outer for loop executes, we are taking 1 dimension at a time. In that 1 dimension we are taking off all the elements. Okay, and we are printing it. Every time this for loop executes, one dimension we are completely executing. So for first dimension, this will completely executes. Second dimension, okay, index number 0 completely executes. Index number 1 completely executes. Index number 2 completely executes. You might not see the update part here, but inbuilt it is there. Okay, so this is the second way you will be printing your 2 dimensional array. Okay, this is how you can create a 2 dimensional array using your for each. Okay, if you execute, you will still get the same output. You'll get the same output. So okay, are you seeing the same output? Yes, did you guys get it? Everybody got it? How to do using for each? Not getting, explain once. Okay, no problem. Okay, we shall do it here. Okay. Okay, so we have 2 dimensions, right? We have 2 dimensions. Now we have taken int a 2 dimensional array is equal to new int of 3, 4. Any row number you can take, any column number you can take. I'm just taking 3 and 4. Now one for loop int variable t array. This is a single dimension. You already know single dimension. Now colon a and for int n colon t. system.out.print, and we'll go for one println. Same, there is no difference between this for each and that for loop. Now, now here, so we have 3 rows and 4 column. Now what happened? Index 0, index 1, index 2. Okay, now listen carefully. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let us write it like this. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so listen carefully. In A, what is there inside A? What is there inside A? Inside A we have 0, 1, 2. All this is stored in A. All this is stored from the A. From the A you have 0, 1, 2. From the A you have 0, 1 and 2. You have 0, 1 and 2 from the A. Okay, so 0, 1, 2 you have. Now after that here 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I mean you know this. Now one time your for loop is executing, outer for loop is executing, it will access the index number 0. So inside the T, okay, you have the elements of 0th index. So one time your outer for loop is executing, you will have the elements of 0th index. T array. So here 0th index elements will be there. Okay, so that array we are passing here. That T single dimension we are passing here. This is 2 dimension. We are breaking out every time we are accessing one index. One index we are accessing. And that index that whole array only we are passing here. After passing, we are accessing individual elements here. It's the same. You know nested for loop, right? Nested for loop. First time we are accessing index number 0. So in the inner for loop, we are accessing the complete indexes. Here we are accessing index number 0. Here we are accessing completely all the elements of that index 0. Okay, here also in the same way, first we are going for index number 0. That index 0 only will be given. All the elements of 0 will be printed. Will be printed. It will iterate completely. It will go to next line. Okay, next index number 1. So index number 1 values will be given to the n. Okay, so n will be printed. All the zeros it will print. It will go to next line. Next index number 2. So index number 2 values will be given for n. So index number 2 values will be printed. Next going for next line. After that condition will be false because the index number will become 3 and there is no index number 3 here. Internally there is a logic. But it's not visible. Okay, so this is how we'll go for printing your 2-dimensional array using for each. Okay, so I hope you guys understood. Yes, Sanket, got it? Okay, so what we shall do now is, okay, very, very, very simple. Okay, so now what we shall do is, we shall learn something called as jagged array. Okay, we shall learn something called as a jagged array. So using jagged array, we will learn how to create a 2-dimensional array in a second way. Using a jagged array, you will learn how to create a 2-dimensional array in a second way. Okay, so let us understand what is jagged array. So jagged array means it is jagged array. Okay, not jaggery. Okay, so jagged array means what? Very simple. If you are creating an array int a, 2-dimensional array is equal to new int of, okay, here you have to mention row and you have to mention column. But what we will do is, we'll mention only row. We will not mention column. We will customize the column. We will customize the column. We will customize the column. We will not go for mentioning the row numbers here, because if you mention any row number 4, suppose if you mention 4, for every row there will be 4 columns. If you mention 3 here, there will be 3 rows, and if you mention 4 here, for every row you will get a 4 column. But we don't want that. So we want to customize the number of rows, number of columns for every row. So there are 3 rows, we have to customize number of rows for every, number of columns for every rows. So there are index number 0, 1 and 2. So here currently we don't have any columns in index number 0, index number 1, index number 2. Currently we don't have any columns. So what we can do, what is this called as? This is how you create a object for jagged array. This is how you create a jagged array. This is how you create a jagged array. Okay, jagged array means we will be customizing the number of columns. We'll be customizing number of columns for every row. We'll be customizing number of columns for every rows. Okay, next. So since we have not customized, we'll go for array of 0. This is for columns. This is object creation for columns. This is object creation for columns. For row we already have. So this is object creation for columns. So array of 0, we can create how much are size of elements we have. Array of 0. Okay, we'll write neatly here. So here we'll be going for columns. For every row we can give a separate number of columns. Okay, for every row we can create a separate number of columns. So how is it? So array of 0 is equal to new int of number of columns we can go for 4. In index number 0, number of columns we can go for 4. In array of 1, in index number 1, number of columns we can go for 2. Okay, in array of 2 we'll go for int number of columns we'll go for 5. Now in index number 0, if you're going in a matrix format, index number 0 and 0, 0 comma 0, you have 0 only. And okay, let us take in a form of rows here. Index row, in the row, in a 0th row you have 4 columns. In 0th row you have 4 columns. In row number 1 you have 2 columns. In row number 2 you have 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, in row number 2 you have 5 columns. In row number 0 you have 4 rows, 4 columns. In row number 1 you have 2 columns. In row number 2 you have 5 columns. So this is how you create a jagged array. This is how you create a jagged array. Now let us get into the code. Okay, and let us create one jagged array. Jagged array. Okay, so what we will see in jagged array is, okay, we will be customizing the number of columns. We will be customizing the number of columns. Okay, now int a 2-dimensional array is equal to new int. One dimension will go for 3, another dimension will not mention. Now we will customize the number of columns. Customize the columns for each row. Customize, we'll just tell customizing the columns for each row. So we have told there are 3 rows. Already we told that there are 3 rows. Now we shall concentrate on the number of columns for all those 3 rows. So array of 0th row is equal to new int of, we can go for 4 columns. And we have not yet initialized, so by default it will be 0 only. Okay, so array of 1 equals to new int of, we have given 2 there, so 2 columns will be there. Next, array of 2 is equal to new int of, we have gone for 5, right? Okay, so 5. So in the 0th row you have 4, in the row number 1 you have 2, in the row number 2 you have 5, in the row number 2 you have 5. Okay, so like this we have created a jagged array. Like this we have created a jagged array. Okay, now so after this, easily if you want to print means we can go for each loop. Okay, we want to print the elements in array colon a or int n colon p. Okay, now we shall go for printing the values, that is n. Okay, now we shall go for one println statement. Okay, next you will see a difference in the number of columns. You will see a difference in the number of columns. Now can you see, in the row number 0 we have 4 columns, row number 1 2 columns, row number 2 5 columns. So this is how we can customize the number of columns, and this process or this way of creating a customized columns for every row is called as a jagged array. Okay, I hope everybody is clear. Everybody understood how to go for customizing columns, jagged array? Everybody understood? Are you clear? Okay, that's fine. So first we have creating a two-dimensional array is how? Like this. Neatly by using a nested for loop and a for each loop we can easily execute. Okay, this is one way. Second way is you can go for jagged array. You can customize the number of columns and number of rows. Now let us go for third way of creating a two-dimensional array. Third way of creating a two-dimensional array. Third way of creating a two-dimensional array. See guys, do you think this is very hectic? Like if you want to access, like if you want to initialize this array, obviously it will take more area. Do you feel it's very difficult? Do you feel there is more code involving? Suppose if you want to initialize, we have to go for array of 0 and 1, array of 0 and 2, array of 0 and 3. Do you feel it's difficult? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So I will make it easy now. Yes, it is time consuming. It is time consuming. So what we shall do now is we shall break this down into a single line. Two-dimensional array, declaration, instantiation and initialization. Two-dimensional array, declaration, instantiation and initialization. Three also we'll be having in a single line. All the three we'll have in a single line. In a single line we will have. Okay, next. Now how can we do it? Very simple. So we'll go for two-dimensional array 1. Okay, now let us go for, now listen carefully, in a two-dimensional array is equal to, now you can go for unlimited rows and columns. Okay, unlimited rows and columns within this array. Within this array you can write unlimited rows and columns. Okay, suppose I want to create a row. Okay, I can mention one flower bracket. So this is enclosed within your blue color paint. This is whatever I have selected. No, this is one row. This is one row. Next, this is one more row. This is one more row. Okay. Next, this is one more row. Okay. So totally there are three rows. Totally there are three rows. Row number 1, row number 2, and row number 3. Row number 1, row number 2, and row number 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we have 3 rows. And now we can customize columns, write how much ever we want. How much ever columns we want, we can write on. Okay, so here in the first row, we'll go for 3, 5, 7. In the second row, we will go for 2, 5, 8. In the third row, we shall go for 1, 3, 5. We have taken 3. If you want, you can take one more here. You can take 1 here. It doesn't matter. If you want to reduce, you can reduce 1 here. If you want to increase 2 more here, you can increase 7 and 9. You can increase. And let us print it. Okay. Let us take this. Let us copy. We will go for time saving. Okay. The two-dimensional array. Now let us mention it here. Now here you will get an array of 2 dimension with different the 3 rows and number of columns. Can you see here? We don't have to put so much effort only. Everything is there in the same line. In the same line, we'll go for declaring, instantiating, and initializing. Declaring, instantiating, and initializing here. Okay. Now here. So row number 1, row number 2, row number 3. That is index number 0. So index row number 0, row number 1, row number 2. Both needs for each loop compulsory, or you take. You can take nested for loop also. You can take for each loop also. Both works the same. You can take nested for loop, or you can take normal for each loop. You can go for nested for loop or normal for each loop. You can go for both, will work. Okay. So both will work here, and here you can write n number of rows and n number of columns. For any rows, you can go for any number of columns. Okay. For any number of rows, you can go for any number of columns. That is a speciality. Okay. And this is how you create a two-dimensional array in a third way. Okay. This is third way of creating two-dimensional array. This is how you create a two-dimensional array in a third way. Okay. I hope everybody understood. Everybody got the concept? Everybody understood? This one flower bracket is one row, and this is one row, and this is one row. Okay. So guys, did you get it? How to create a two-dimensional array very easily? Output I shown? No, I've not shown. Okay, let me show you. I think I've shown. See? This is the output. You can go for any number of rows and any number of columns. Okay, I hope you guys get it. Next. Okay. So I will give you one program. Okay. Try to get me the output. Okay. Try to write a logic to get the output. So the program will be, or I'll just give you the design. That is a two-dimensional matrix. I'll just give you a matrix. I want you guys to find out the addition of diagonal elements. Okay. So okay, I already told you how to access a diagonal elements, right? I told you how to access a diagonal elements. So I'm gonna give you a matrix now. 3, 5, 7, 2, 5, 8, 1, 3, 5. So addition of diagonal matrix is diagonal is 3, 5, 5. So it will be 13. It will be 13. 3 plus 5 plus 5. Okay, it will become 13. So additional of these diagonal elements, I want you to get 13. This is your program. I will give you 5 minutes time. Try to execute and write the, just get me the code. Okay, don't go for Google and all. try to create by yourself. This is, you can do it with the help of a for each loop also. Using for loop also you can do it. Okay, so try to do it. I'll give you 4 5 minutes time. Be quick. After anybody does, no, let me know. I'll be checking comments here. 5 minutes time I'll give you. Be quick. Get the code. Be quick. Guys, did you get it? You guys got it? Everyone? Guys, did you get it or not? Calculating the diagonal sum, yeah, is equal to a plus matrix of I minus I minus 1. You don't have to put so much effort actually. It's very simple. After I teach, you will tell, okay, it's very easy. Okay, listen everyone. Guys, listen. So come back, come back, come back. Here, Obviously, as I told you, the rows and column numbers are same. Rows and column numbers are same. 0, comma 0, 1, comma 1, 2, comma 2. 0, comma 0, 1, comma 1 and 2, comma 2. Okay. So we shall go for the code now. So addition of diagonal elements. We shall create one class. Addition of diagonal elements. Addition of diagonal elements. Excuse me. So next what we're gonna do is we'll go for a main method first. After that, now we shall go for int a two-dimensional array is equal to, okay, so what we have given, okay, so first dimension 3, 5, 7. Second dimension 2, 5, 8. Third dimension 1, 3, 5. Now very easy. Okay, so we'll go for a for loop for int index I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length and I plus plus. What is this? Samiksha. Okay, so int I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length. What is this? First step after that coda. Okay, fine. Next, here you will create one sum variable. Int sum is equal to 0 because by default you need to create some value because sum is a local variable. Next, sum plus equals to a of I and a of I. Why did I give I and I two times? See, plus equals to means it is sum is equal to sum plus array of I comma I. Why did I give I comma I here? See, listen carefully. If you understood the cell numbers, you understood this. Okay. So let us go for the cell numbers here. Zeroth row. Okay. So okay, row number 0, row number 1, row number 2. This is rows. This is columns. 0, 1, 2. So here we shall go for 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. Now, if you can see here, both I and J's values are same. Both I and J values are same. So we have given the numbers 3, 5, 7, 2, 5, 8, 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. So when it is array of I comma j, when the condition reaches these two are same, when these two are same, you can go for taking that value and adding it. You can go for taking that value and adding it. But here, as I told you, the I value and j value should be same. I value and j value should be same. As you can see here, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. Both values should be same. So, can we mention array of I comma I so that both values will be same? Can we mention array of I comma I To make both values in both dimension, we have to make it as the same. Can we do it? Array of I comma I. Yes. Is it possible to get the same value? Okay, same value. We will go for array of I comma I. So when you go for I comma I here, okay, whatever the value of I will be there, no, here the same value of I only will be here. So this in the number of row, this is the row number and this is a column number. This is a row number and this is a column number. So whatever is the row number, and it will be the same as a column number. So we are taking whatever the row number comes, whatever the row number comes, it has to come with the same column number. In that intention we are taking it, and whatever the values we are getting there, we are adding it to a sum variable. We are adding it into a sum variable. Now after adding, we will go for printing sum. Okay, so you will get 13. You will get 13. Are you seeing? Yes. So I hope you guys understood this. Everybody understood? It was not that easy, ma'am. It was not that easy. No, if you have understood, no, I told you the cell numbers. I kept telling you repeatedly. See the cell numbers. See the cell numbers. Just what you have to do is just create one normal for loop, change it to this. There are some more complex ways of doing this. There is some more complex ways of doing this. Checking if I and j values are same, then you can go for the addition. That is also there. So before sum, you can prefix one. If in an if block, you can mention this. You can check if array of I and array of j are same or not. That complex coding also we can do by using nested loops. You can do, and here also just by changing it to I also you can do. What? Which one? What happened? I comma I. Okay. So starting from I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length means how much? A dot length 0, 1, 2. Total is 3. Okay, less than 3. So here it's a 3, less than 3. Okay, next. So in the row number 0, we are checking in row number 0. In row number 0, what we have? 3, 5, 7. Row number 0, what we have? 3, 5, 7. So where comes I value and j values are same, where you will get the 0 comma 0. Current value of I is how much? Current value of I is how much? So sum is equal to sum value currently 0. 0 plus array of 0 and array of 0. So where you will get array of 0, 0 comma 0? Array of 0 comma 0, where you will get? Array of 0 comma 0 means it is 3. Array of 0 comma 0 means it is 3. Okay, so 0 plus array of 0 comma 0 is the 3. So 0 plus 3 is obviously it is 3. It is 3. Okay, next again we'll increment the value of I. So I value will be increased by 1. 1 is less than 3, condition is true. Next, sum is equal to sum plus current value of sum is 3. Okay, now array of 1 comma 1. So 3 plus, guys, 1 second. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so what we are doing here? Yeah. Okay, so here we are in the row number 1. Okay, we are in the row number 1. So here sum is equal to sum. Sum value already is 3 because we have added. Okay, 0 plus 3, 3. Now plus. Now what is the value of I here? 1. So array of 1 and 1. Array of 1 and 1. Array of 1 and 1. So where is array of 1 and 1? 1 comma 1, where is it? Where is the 1 comma 1? 1 comma 1 is here. What is the value of 1 comma 1? 5. So So here 3 plus 3 plus 5. So it will become, 8. Okay, it will become 8. Next, increase the value of 5, it will become 2. 2 is less than 3. Condition is true. So sum value is 8. 8 plus array of 2 and 2, because same values we have given. Array of 2 and 2 here. 2 comma 2 where we have at the last. At the last we have 2 comma 2. 2 comma 2. Now 8 plus 5. So what is 8 plus 5? Yes, what is 8 plus 5? What is 8 plus 5? It is 13. Yes, I've already written here. Still you're taking time. Okay. So 8 plus 5 is 13. So after that again you'll increment, you'll get condition wrong. So 3 is less than 3. Condition is false. Condition is false. So here you'll get out of the for loop and you'll print sum, you'll get 13. I stands for row and J stands for column. So how we access elements if both are I? That's my doubt. See, the first row indicates the first row in C. We are not taking I and J here. If you can see, we are not taking I and J. We are just taking one simple for loop to get the index values. That's it. We are just taking row numbers. We are just accessing row index number, row number 0, row number 1, row number 2. Okay, just one normal for loop we are taking. Here we are giving the both values as same only. We are giving both values are same only. Yes, I get it that I you can take. What if we take I and J? Then you have to go for nested loop. Then you have to go for a one more logic there. Then you will get it. This is the simplest way you can add diagonal elements. This is the simplest way you can add diagonal elements. There is one more way you can do. What to do is, this is one for loop. You can go for J, inner for loop J. You put conditions of value of I and J is same. Then we'll add the sum values. And this is the easiest way you can go for currently. This is the easiest way. Okay. So you just take one for loop just to take index values. That's it. Not for I, not for J. We have to make sure both I and J are same. That is row and column are same. I we have taken as a normal for loop. We are not taken as a row. We are not taken as a column. But we have taken as a both. We have taken as a both. So that whenever the row and column number are same, you will access that value in that cell. You will access the value in that cell. Okay. So shall we do using a nested for loop how to add a diagonal elements? This is, or will you take it as a homework? Will you guys take it as a homework with the nested for loop? Yes, you guys will do and come using nested for loop. Will you guys try? Okay. Yes, guys. See, I am gonna tell what you have to do. Take one outer for loop. Take one inner for loop J. Check the condition if the I value and J values are same. If I values and J values are same, you add it to one variable. If I values and J values are same, okay, you can go for sum is equal to sum plus array of I and J. You can go for sum is equal to sum plus array of J and J. I have already told you the code. Do try and come. Okay, do try and come. Okay, I hope you understood this program. Everybody got the concept? Everybody understood this? Did you guys get it? Everyone? Have you guys understood or not? Let me know. Okay, fine. Okay. Have you guys heard of a transpose, array transpose? Have you guys heard of array transpose? Transpose of an array. Yes. Transpose. No? In your PU maths, SSLC maths, array transpose was there, no? In all syllabus, state syllabus, CBSE, ICSE syllabus, it was there. Array transpose was there. So okay, let me tell you in case if you have forgotten. Suppose if you take 1, 2, 3 in a matrix, we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you have taken this as a matrix, transpose indicates T here. Array transpose power T. If you give power T, whatever the row will be there, no, it will be changed to a column. 1, 2, 3 row will become 1, 2, 3 column. 4, 5, 6 row will become 4, 5, 6 column. 7, 8, 9 row will become 7, 8, 9 column. So one row will become one column. So 1, 2, 3 became 1, 2, 3 row here. One row will become one column. First row will become first column. Second row will become second column. Third row will become third column. Now what you guys have to do is very simple. Just see the cell numbers in each cell. Okay, cell numbers. You see the cell numbers, you will only tell me the logic. You will tell me what to do, what logic we have to apply, you will only tell. But for that, you have to listen to the cell numbers here. Okay, so we shall go for a 3 into 3 matrix here. 3 into 3. Okay. Okay. So here, okay, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, comma 0, 0, comma 1, 0, comma 2, 1, comma 0, 1, comma 1, 1, comma 2, 2, comma 0, 2, comma 1, 2, comma 2. Okay, next. Let us create one more row like this. Okay. Now listen carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 will become 1, 2, 3 will become 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6 will become 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9 will become 7, 8, 9. Now, I want you guys to tell me what is the logic we can apply through the code. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. So, what is the change in cell numbers you have to tell me? Just a minute, I'll give. Listen, see the cell number properly and tell me. Guys, did you see the changes? Did you see the changes? Yes. Array of I comma j is equal to array of j comma I. That's all is the code. This is not a big deal. That's all is our code. Logical programs are the easiest. Okay, so what here people who have not got, listen. So what we have to see here is very simple. See, 0 comma 0 we have 1, here also 0 comma 0, fine. Now here 2 is in 0 comma 1, but 2 is in here, it is 1 comma 0. 3 is in 0 comma 2, but 3 is here is 2 comma 0. 4 is in 1 comma 0, here it is 0 comma 1. 5 is in 1 comma 1, 5 is in 1 comma 1, here 5 is in 1 comma 1. So 6 is in 1 comma 2, here 6 is in 2 comma 1. 7 is in 2 comma 0, here 7 is in 0 comma 2. Here 2 comma 1, here 1 comma 2, 2 comma 2 and 2 comma 2. So row is changing into column. Row values are interchange like ulta. Okay, so what we have to do here is, yes, 1 0 comma 1 became 1 comma 0. Yes, now we shall go for array transpose. We shall go for array transpose. Okay, array transpose. So let us take main method. Okay, next we shall go for declaring array int a, array is equal to, okay, 1 2 3. Okay, so we'll go for 1 2 2 3 4 5 6, okay, and 7 8 9. Okay, so okay, 2 dimension, right? Okay, 2 dimension, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, next what we shall do is we'll go for a nested for int I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length, and I plus plus. Next, now for int j is equal to 0, j is less than a of I dot length, and j plus plus. Okay, now what we shall do is we will go for printing. We'll go for printing array of j and I. Instead of printing array of I comma j, we will be printing array of j and I. Array of j and I. Okay. Next, every time we have to go into a different line. Okay. Now we have given 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. See, if you give I comma j neatly, you will get a matrix. Listen carefully. If you give I comma j here, if you give I comma j, can you see? Okay, let me give some space in between them here. Okay. So you'll be getting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now if I interchange it, here j and here I. Okay, next let us execute. Now can you see the changes? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Did you get the concept, everyone? How to transpose an array? How to transpose an array? Everybody understood? Okay, what about others? Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Just a minute. Okay, excuse me. I just got a call. Yeah. So, guys, here we complete our multi-dimensional array. Okay. So, whatever the homework programs has been given. No, as I told you guys to try and come. Try all of them. Okay. do try all of them and come. Okay, try all the all the programs, execute all the programs and come. Okay. Yes, obviously, after tracing only you'll understand more. Just go for the cell numbers. Just create a matrix format, create a matrix, write the cell numbers, and then you will understand. Create a matrix. Okay, write the cell numbers in that. Okay, then write the code, trace the code, 100% you will get it. In case if you have not understood a little bit here and there, okay, it happens because first time you're attending, so it's okay. Try to trace, you'll surely get it. Okay, so last 5 minutes is there, we shall go for a Q&A session. Okay, so have I taken everybody's mock? Anybody's is pending, let me know. If anybody's mock is pending, let me know. Anybody's mock is pending? Out of 18, whose mock I didn't take, let me know. Be quick. Whose mock is pending? See, without part 1, part 2 mock rating, part 3 mock ratings also you'll not get. If you want to get completely, then you have to attend the mock. Tell me, who has not completed the mock? Me not attended mock. You attended assessment, right? Part 1 assessment? Programming, both? Okay, Gautam. Okay. You can unmute. We will start with your mock. 4 minutes as there. We'll start with it. Okay, Gautam.
Okay, Gautam. My voice is audible.
Yes, you are audible. Okay. So you can start with your self introduction.
I am Gautam. I am from Erode. I am studying MBA in Hindustan College of Arts and Science. My undergraduation is a Bachelor of Business Administration. I completed undergraduation with 67 percentage. Uh, my schoolings are in state board. Uh, my hobbies are studying books and learn new things. My hometown is Erode. I'm located now in Coimbatore for higher studies. Um, ma'am,
That's it.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So Gautam, tell me why we have to prefix a data types before a variable. Why we have to write a data type before a variable?
To insert the installation the data type like int char uh, long float etc.
So in
So
short,
in short,
to create a container of specific type, right? To create a variable of specific type, we go for data type. We have to tell the definitions. You're explaining, that's good, but definition should be told. Okay. Can you explain how the conditional operator, that is ternary operator, work?
can accept the operands uh, the predefined symbols to use the specific task on given data.
See, we have only one ternary operator. Okay, that is a conditional operator. Now you explain me how ternary operator works.
I can't recall, ma'am, today.
Didn't you revise? You revised or not?
Not yet, ma'am. Today, last week I prepared. Not now.
Okay, along with Gautam, how many has to give the mock? Along with Gautam, how many has to give mock? Let me know. Yes, Nikhil. Okay, Deepika has to give, and one more is Nikhila. Okay, okay. So Deepika and Gautam, prepare. Okay, I might ask you anytime. Okay, anytime I can ask you. So be prepared for the part one. Only part one, right? Yes, Lipsa, it is correct. Yeah, that is the syntax. That's a correct. Okay, Gautam, do prepare and come. See, introduction should be very good. Introduction, first impression is the best impression for an interviewer. Okay, so try to create a good words in your introduction part. Minimum tell 2 minutes about yourself. Okay. Anything else?
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes, man. Tell me.
ma'am, classic initializer is not open for me, ma'am.
Static initializer.
Yes, ma'am. PDF has been corrected. Corrupted is coming.
Okay, static initializers and class loading process you are not able to open.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for you I will send again.
Ma'am, already you second send, ma'am, but that also not opening.
O- Okay, is anyone others also facing the same issues? Are you guys facing the same issues? For me, sim file is not opening. No. See, guys, I think at some point of time, okay, few people are not able to access few things. If I send now, again also you'll not able to access. I don't know why. What happened with the system? I don't know. So try to refresh or update and check once. If you're not getting again, I will see tomorrow what I have to do. Okay.
I tried many times, ma'am.